Hello, my name is Anya Warren. I'm a naturopathic doctor with Cancer Treatment Centers of America, part of City of Hope in Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you, cancer fighters, for this opportunity to talk about essential oils. One of my favorites. It's one of our many tools in our toolbox as naturopathic doctors here at CTCA. Okay, so naturopathic medicine is a distinct system of medicine that skillfully combines natural therapies with modern science, and it helps restore optimal health. Naturopathic doctors offer whole health for the whole person. We're here at CTCA to help reduce side effects and improve quality of life. So disclosures and affiliations, we have GAMP, AMP, ONC-AMP. Those are organizations that are professional that I am a member of. Our objectives are to introduce essential oils, the safety, which is really important, and the use, and I'll be mixing some essential oils today. Extraction methods are really important from the different plants. We have a distilled, that picture is a distilled of rose petals. And there's also expressing, which is really pressing the actual herbs to get the essential oil. And sometimes there's solvents that are used. Each essential oil contains volatile oils. It's a little pocket of perfume or the smell that you smell. And this pocket of perfume, the plant uses in many different ways. Sometimes it uses it to protect itself. Sometimes it's for attraction, such as attracting pollinators or bees to it. It also is used for its immune system, such as protecting the plant from bacteria or funguses. These plants have that aromatic aspect in there as their immune system. There's many essential oils that have been used throughout the ages. And we have been studying them a little bit. They're hard to study because there's so many different extraction methods. There's the different location the plant's growing. There's the time of year it's harvested. There's different aspects to how they put them together and manufacture. So it's a hard thing to do a standardization. So therefore, we have limited research on essential oils. We're hoping that these plants that have these immune supports like antibacterial and antifungal, we hope that these translate over to the human. Also, Hippocrates stated that the key to health rests on having a daily aromatic bath and scented massage. Well, we can do that too at home. We can do an Epsom salt bath with our essential oils. We can massage the essential oil into our skin. So even we as patients or people can utilize this on a daily method to improve our health. Okay, so plants, minerals, and animals. Those are the things that are used in naturopathic medicine, but we're talking about the plant's aromatic aspect. It's hard to get it out of a mineral, but there are some aspects such are not what you think of as plants, like I have a plant here, like the actual leaf of a plant. Frankincense is one example of that. So it's not always just like the flower that essential oils are coming from. One of the most, or some of the most common essential oils are the cinnamon, the myrrh, the frankincense, the pine, the rose, the rosemary, the thyme. A lot of these have been used for ages and ages. French physicians back in 1887 did some research in the lab, finding the antibacterial aspect of it. And that antibacterial aspect of lavender has also been studied recently. So in 2020, in July, there was an article in the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine that found that there was faster wound healing with lavender and an expression of collagen, and also an increase in protein activity. So helping that wound heal quicker. But however, they keep saying that there's not enough standardization in essential oils, and there's not enough human studies to lean on that completely. So we have to evaluate the safety and efficacy of it more. So this is an opportunity for more research. There was an article stating about the bacteria aspect of that in Microbiology magazine. So it was found that lemongrass, eucalyptus, peppermint, patchouli, and orange oil were effective against 20 to 22 bacterial strains. Citronella, geranium, lemongrass, orange, patchouli, eucalyptus, peppermint were a protective or were antifungal to about 12 funguses. That's really important for using essential oils for those effects. Some essential oils have been found in mouthwashes as a rinse and gargle, so that would help with the bacteria aspect of things from that research paper. But I want to go on to safety. Safety of essential oils is really important. Here at CTCA, we do not recommend internal use, external use only. We really want to concentrate on that, okay? Because there's so many different ways we can use essential oils. One is, I've got an example here of a diffuser. It sends out mist, so you can inhale it and you can have that in your room. There's topical, rubbing it on your skin. There's dropping it into your bath and absorbing it through your skin that way. So we do not recommend the ingestion of it. And the reason being is because the research shows that some essential oils have been metabolized through the liver, and they elevate liver enzymes at times and also can increase bilirubin levels. So safety first. And another key thing is making sure that you get 100% pure. So on the label, it'll say 100% pure. It'll also sometimes say authentic essential oil. And that's important because we don't want to get synthetic or fragrances. There are some companies, and you need to check into the companies that you love, that have brokered oils when they have run out of their pure oils. And that is taking the fingerprint of that oil and putting it in the putting the constituents together in a lab and filling in that space. And our noses can't tell the difference on average, but you can tell the difference because it's not the full plant. So you're not getting the full possible benefit because we're not sure of each and every constituent, how it is effective in that antibacterial or calming effect that you're looking for from the essential oil. So try to use the 100% pure. Fragrances and these synthetic ones can also have benzyl salicylates and phthalates in them, and also be allergens or endocrine disrupting. We want to keep them out of reach of children and pets, because pets and children can possibly ingest them, and then they could have issues with their liver. So be careful with that, please. Avoid heating your essential oils. So you want to keep them in a dark amber bottle, which I think we have examples here, dark amber bottle, and not place them in a heated area, like in a windowsill or near the stove. Keep them cool. These misters that we have here is a cool mist so that they don't get heated up. Always use carrier oils when you're mixing with essential oils. We have witch hazel here today, but other oils are like almond oil, grapeseed oil, olive oil, coconut oil, etc. That will help you protect your skin from irritation of the essential oil and possible burn. The picture we have here is the fingerprint of mint, and that shows each of the tall spikes, shows each of the constituents. And then there's tiny itty bitty spikes below, and those haven't even been labeled. So when you get a brokered oil, you're grabbing some of the taller spikes in that. So I just want to go back to that one. Sorry. Those are the carrier oils: sunflower, grapeseed, even peanut oil, as long as you're not allergic. All right, effectiveness of the skin. There was a research study done, 2% dilution of lavender essential oil with a peanut carrier oil, and they rubbed it on 35-year-old males for about 10 minutes, wiped off excessive amounts that were on there, and then measured their blood. And in 5 minutes, the essential oil was found in the blood. In about 20 to 30 minutes, they had a peak amount in their blood. And in about an hour or so, there was only half of the amount there. And then in 90 minutes, they couldn't detect it. So the skin absorbs essential oils really fast, 5 minutes. So it's okay to utilize the skin versus thinking you have to take it orally for that effect. Inhalation, there was a research article of people smelling peppermint every 2 to 3 hours throughout the day, did an amazing job of reducing nausea. So remember that, every 2 to 3 hours a day. They also did some research of comparing it 3 minutes of smelling essential oil of peppermint compared to 20 minutes of massaging it on the bottom of their feet. And the similar support was there. So both absorption of the skin and inhalation is pretty comparable. So there's been some research with estrogenic activity of essential oils, and it was a smaller clinical trial of 15 women, and they did saliva collection to measure the estrogen levels. They measured it before, they measured it after. They did 20 minutes of exposure to essential oils, and those are the list of the essential oils that they did the test on. And only 2 of them came up with changing increasing the level of estrogens in the body, and that was geranium and rose. There has been some negative research out there on lavender, but lavender showed up to not change the estrogen levels in this particular research trial. So let's get into some of the fun stuff here. Lavender, okay, it's got a characteristic of harmonizing. It is also commonly distilled. So that picture of the big picture of the rose, it's in a big distillery. So that's a common way they extract it. There's esters, alcohols, terpenes, and ketones that are the active ingredients that we can measure. It supports emotions, insomnia, anxiety, depression, headaches, fainting, irritability, and fatigue. So we love lavender when people are experiencing some anxiety and emotional stress or inability to sleep. I have lavender here today, 100% pure. So let's use that in a calming, stressing recipe. Lemon is sparkling. That is its character. It's bright, it's airy, it's lifting. It's usually pressed or expressed, and it has the terpenes that are active, alcohols, esters, and fluorocoumarin. It's very stimulating, tonifying, and it helps reduce fatigue. It's been used for colds and flus, a disinfectant. As you can see, it's been usually found in popular, cleaning products. It's been also used for rheumatism and reducing oily acne because it's got a astringent aspect to it. But note, you can be very photosensitive when you're using lemon. So don't go in the sun after applying lemon to your skin. Clary Sage. Sage is inspiring. It's usually steam distillation to get the terpenes, alcohols, esters, oxides out of it. But it helps with reducing nervous energy or exhaustion. So nervous kind of feeling in the body, reduce fear, paranoia, feelings of hysteria or overwhelming. It can also be used for reducing spasmodic cough. That would be a good one to use like a mister. And tension helps lowering tension. Indirectly will help lower blood pressure and has some anti-inflammatory aspects to it. Usually used massage or compresses, which is taking a washcloth and a couple drops on a cold washcloth and placing it over the forehead. So let's do our demonstration. Hi, so we're back to doing a recipe here for stress. And we're going to be using 100% lavender. We're going to be using Clary Sage and some lemon essential oil. And we have an amber colored bottle. It's tiny ones, so I'm not going to do the full dosing, which I had on the slides of the 30 drops, because that would fill this up. So I'm going to cut it in half and see if we can get that to fit in here. That dosing that we have on the slides is for about a 2-ounce bottle, which is half the size of this. So just heads up on that. So first, you always want to start with your base, which is going to be your carrier oil. Today, I'm going to do an astringent one, which is witch hazel, so it can be drying. So if you use a spritzer, and I'm going to only pour partially in, just to leave some room. So this size vial, I'm going to do half that. And I'll fill up more if the drops don't fill all the way. And I'm going to put in drops of Clary Sage, which was our main. And then I'm going to do our lavender, which is our middle amount. Oops, pardon me. This one's well used, so it's a little further down. I think we're fitting it in. And lemon. Okay, so we've got that. And usually it comes with a top of some sort. Sometimes it's a spritzer. Sometimes it's like this one's a roll-on. So you just press it on there. And you usually have a cap that you can put on to keep it from evaporating. Keep it in a cool, dry area out of the sun, and you should label it so you know what's in there. With a roll-on, you could just roll it on and smell it as you need to for about 3 minutes every 2 to 3 hours if you're utilizing it for care. For stress, I would do this anytime I have a stressful event. You pull it out of your pocket, just breathe it in, and it's very calming. So thank you very much for your attention.